One day after the NFL draft, and we still have this question going around. Why did the Arizona Cardinals go after quarterback Clayton Tune when we had so many different holes? Let me go ahead and give you my thoughts. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back into another video. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Definitely let's go ahead and start up and do our due diligence. Do me a huge favor, smack that like button on this video and subscribe for more Arizona Cardinals content. Don't be one of these guys. We have so many people just floating around this channel and don't hit that subscribe button. Y'all, it's absolutely for free. Subscribe it up, join the family. Also follow me on all my social platforms. Everything will be in the description below. Now let's get started here. Let's talk about one of the biggest questions that I'm still getting out here, right? Is why did the Arizona Cardinals go after quarterback Clayton Tune and use one of our 5th round picks when we needed a center? We could still use, offensive lineman, a defensive lineman, right? There's a lot of kind of those type of questions out there. Now, I want to specifically focus on this video on why Clayton Tune. Now, to me, I feel like Clayton Tune, without all the hype, comes with a very good quarterback prospect. Now, obviously, just because you're over 6 foot doesn't mean you're going to translate into the NFL. I'm fully aware of that. But this is a guy that actually has been doing it very, very well in college for quite some time. I think it was a 3 or 4 year starter at Houston, had multiple touchdowns thrown, and I do think that this quarterback is very intriguing for any team to go after. I do know that there was a lot of other fans, including myself, for other teams that wanted to go ahead and get Clayton Tune. Now let's go ahead and just start this off right now. I don't think the Arizona Cardinals' intention this year is for Clayton Tune to take over that number 1 spot and take it from Kyler Murray. Let's just put that out there right now. Now, I do believe that the Arizona Cardinals truly like the intangibles in what a prototypical quarterback can bring to a offense, and that's what Clayton Tune can give you. He had over 40 touchdowns, 10 interceptions this last year, and yes, there was not a lot of hype around him, but just because there's not a lot of hype around him doesn't mean that he can't play football. I truly believe that this guy can be a good, solid backup for the Arizona Cardinals. Now, another reason why I do believe that the Arizona Cardinals went after Clayton Tune is that, you don't really have to look no further than looking at our current roster right now. Now, we don't really know the status on when Kyler Murray is coming back, and I believe that's going to be one thing that holds this team back, because everybody's counting the Arizona Cardinals out because people truly believe that Kyler Murray is going to be gone half the season. I don't believe so. I think Kyler Murray will be back maybe week 3, week 4, week 5. It looks like his, rehab is progressing very, very well. But looking at our roster right now, we are hanging down with Colt McCoy, which obviously is nothing to sneeze at. I think he's a very good backup, but he's aging, right? He's getting up there in age, and honestly, Colt McCoy, I still believe, is Cliff's guy, and because he's under a 1-year deal, he's still with the Arizona Cardinals. Next, we have David Blau. We did see him last year. I believe it was in the last game, and let's be honest, although I wanted David Blau to work because I love the underdog story, I just don't see David Blau being a number 3 or even a number 2 for the Arizona Cardinals. And then we have Jeff Driscoll. I don't know what to say. I don't want Jeff Driscoll to be our number 3, let alone our number 2. So that's kind of one of the biggest reasons why for the Arizona Cardinals to go after. Now, truly, this year's training camp, what I would absolutely love to see is an absolute honest competition between these quarterbacks. I want Jeff Driscoll, David Blau, Colt McCoy, and Clayton Tune to truly fight for this number 2 spot, because I think that Clayton Tune has a real possibility to be the number 3 quarterback for the Arizona Cardinals. Now, if they're looking for long term, I would use this kid to be the number 2 for the Arizona Cardinals and wait for Kyler Murray to come back to full health, because Kyler Murray is going to miss some games. We don't know how much time. If Kyler Murray comes back week 1, that's the absolute dream, but I do think that he's going to be missing maybe about 2 or 3 weeks in the beginning of the season. And how exciting would that be for Clayton Tune to come out here for games 1, 2, and 3, and if he lights it up, we have a very good backup quarterback. And one thing out here I also want to mention, the big elephant in the room that nobody wants to talk about, is the idea of Kyler Murray having to prove so much this year. He has to prove a lot. He truly, truly does. So, you know, I don't want to talk about it. I truly don't. I'm not going to say Clayton Tune is going to be his replacement years down the road, but we still need to think about that as an organization. And right now, I think with what we have in this front office, I truly believe in Monty for the idea of allowing him to cook is exactly what I wanted. You know, I was a little worried about trading up to 12 and losing out on Will Anderson Jr., but the moment we moved back to 6 and still got our guy and got a first round the following year is absolutely huge for the Arizona Cardinals. So, just to recap, Kyler Murray's got to prove a lot. The quarterbacks in our our roster right now aren't very great, aren't very flashy. And then number 3 is the idea of Kyler Murray missing games, and we need to have a plan. So those are my reasons as to why the Arizona Cardinals went after Clayton Tune. And if you look at his stats, the stats don't lie. This is very much an intriguing prospect for the Arizona Cardinals and could be for any other team that has drafted him. So I'm excited to see what this young man's career is going to blossom into. If he's just a backup, I'm pretty sure he's going to be a darn good backup for the Arizona Cardinals, y'all. Appreciate you guys for tuning in as always. Have a great rest of your day and go Cards.